Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Google Hangout that we're doing this evening. My name is Paul Barlow. I'm your host, and here we're talking about Wake Up Now. USA is the theme of really it's Wake Up Now in English because we're doing this series where on Tuesdays we do the concept like this in Portuguese. On Wednesday we're doing it here in English, United States, and any other English-speaking country, and Thursdays we're doing it in Spanish. So that's kind of we're dividing it up evenly for about half an hour here. We want to share with you what's so interesting to us about Wake Up Now, why we think you ought to take a serious look at it too. And right now I'm waiting for my guest of honor tonight. He's on his way, installing plugins, getting ready to join us here. So just wait for just a moment here, and hopefully he will join us in a moment. And in the meantime, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Paul Barlow. For those of you that don't know me, I've been involved now in home-based businesses and working for myself at home for almost 15 years now. And during that time, I've been fortunate to not have to have a job. I started when I was 21 years old, just turned 35 here recently, and been very fortunate to be able to travel the world, to meet amazing people all over the place, and to be able to do different things that a lot of people don't get the chance to do. And I always say it has nothing to do with who I am. It has everything to do with what we do and why we do it. And Wake Up Now is by far the most exciting opportunity that I've ever been involved in my career that has to do with what we have to do. And so my guest is here joining me tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and segue him in. I've got Leroy Wayman with me here tonight. I've been working with Leroy now for about 5 years actually, and Leroy is somebody who's been successful not only in this type of home-based business, but in other traditional business as well. And I'm sure he'll share a little bit of his story with you on that. And he's somebody that I trust and I work with on a day-to-day basis. He and I have been arms locked for a long time now, and so he's somebody who's got a lot to say, and hopefully he'll be able to help you understand a little bit more tonight, once again, about Wake Up Now and why you should get involved with us with this amazing community and how to go about it. So with that said, Leroy, why don't you take a couple minutes and just explain a little bit of your background, both in and out of home-based business, this network marketing concept, and to help people understand who you are.
Okay, hear me all right?
Yep, can hear you great.
Awesome. So welcome everybody. Appreciate Paul getting on here tonight and having me on, kind of give a little bit about who I am and what I've been doing. I really appreciate Paul and what he's done. I've got to know Paul over about 5 years now. I've been working with him in the network marketing business, and I really appreciate his professionalism and what he brings to the industry. As far as for me, I'm someone that grew up like a lot of people in the middle class family. With the mindset of, get a good education, get a good job, and, work the 40-40 plan. But I read a book when I was 22 called Rich Dad, Poor Dad that a lot of you guys have heard of, that really changed my point of view on business and what I wanted to do. Before that, I grew up in the construction industry, and I figured, well, if I'm going to be in this industry, I might as well get where I thought the money was, which was in management. So I set my sights to management. I hit a management role in a commercial contracting company by the time I was 21, was running multi-million-dollar projects, and kind of thought I had it made. And then I read this book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, when I was 22, and I was like, yeah, working for the man isn't really what I want to be able to do to create something, because my biggest drive in life is to be able to do things when I want to do them, how I want to do them, and be able to have the time freedom and the financial freedom to be able to do that. So I set my sights on starting some companies. I started a little e-commerce business, so where I buy and sell stuff online, like with eBay, Amazon, and stuff like that. And then a few years later, I started a construction company, and I started that construction company just a year before the recession. And we actually lasted through the recession, but worked that really hard. During that time, I always kept my options open, because when I was 22, even though I was running a construction business and some other businesses, I was introduced to network marketing for the first time when I was about 22 and a half, and really loved the concept. I loved the idea of being able to leverage your time and your talents to be able to build something one time and get paid on it over and over again. So I joined a company and built it part-time while I was doing my other ventures, and had some success with, like a lot of people where they get the get rich quick, oh, you're gonna be a millionaire next month, type hype that comes with a lot of the companies and people in this industry. That's kind of what I felt like, and I built a decent little team over about a 5-year period part time that has continued to pay me, but I wasn't rich. I was, making enough money network marketing to pay the rent or pay some bills or something like that. So I figured, maybe that wasn't what it was. But what I realized is I just hadn't really met any true professionals like Paul, our upline Brian yet, and really learned what it is to become a professional in this business. I met Brian Robert, who was our upline, about 5.5 years ago, who coincidentally introduced me to Paul, and I've been working with them ever since and have been able to round myself out as a network marketing professional with my other businesses. And some people always ask me, well, if you own a couple of businesses, why do you still do network marketing? The the biggest reason is because traditional business, unless you're like the big multi-million dollar or billion dollar companies, you basically just own your own job. And that's what I pretty much have with my companies. They're not huge companies. Both made six figures in a year for me before, but um, the minute I quit working those jobs, I quit getting paid on those jobs. And that's why I've continued to be still involved in network marketing and build that dream and be able to build it up and have something that is a valuable asset to me. Fast forward to June of last year when I was introduced to Wake Up Now. I loved the concept of being able to help people save, manage, and make more money. I trusted in Brian, who was a consultant with the company, and we joined forces with him in June of last year and got off and running and had a lot of success. I hit the executive rank in 4 months and have just had a lot of fun with it. It's been the most fun company that I've built so far, and just look forward to continuing to take it to the next level and take this thing globally as well.
Awesome, appreciate it, Leroy. I've had a very similar experience here that you have, and once again, to me, one of the biggest concepts here with Wake Up Now is not only are you and I, guys like us that have been doing this for a little while, making a good income. Please check out wakeupnow.com/IDS for income disclosure statement. Once again, wakeupnow.com/IDS to see the company's publicly displayed income disclosure statement, that to see the exact amounts of money. We're not going to talk about money. We're not supposed to here. So you can go to that document and go see what types of money people are making here. But with that said, Leroy, would you mind taking just a couple minutes here and sharing some of the key points here in Wake Up Now, number one, that are helping you and your team to be so successful, number two, that make this so different from any other type of opportunity that people are here saying, hey, well, actually, is this actually something different? Why is Wake Up Now different?
One of the biggest reasons Wake Up Now is different is being able to get someone to make a decent amount of income right away in their business, and not just like for a sign up bonus or a one-time bonus, but actually get into the residual income very quickly. They basically flipped the compensation plan upside down and made it to where your higher percentages are in your lower ranks of what we call the Founder 3 or 600 Club. And that has been huge for me, not only that part, but also the part that it's only $100 to join, so it's a low ask, and then you refer three that bring the refer three or any combination to where you have a total of 12 people or 1170 volume in your organization. They will pay you $600 a month. 100 will go to pay for your next month's membership, and then you're free and clear $500 with as few as 12 reps in your organization. So that was huge to me, to be able to bring that to my friends and my family, look them in the eye and say, it's not going to cost your firstborn to get involved with this. It's not going to take months or years to get to even a $600 residual, because I've worked in my career, several years to get to a $600 residual. We have people that have done that in a day. Some people take a month or two, but it's something that is very attainable. And because of that fact that it's very attainable to a lot of people, they see that they can do it. They have the belief, that level that they can do it, which is huge, just to have the belief level in this industry and be able to go out and do it, get to that 600 club, and just really start growing. So what that does is that creates a compounding effect that takes leaders like Paul and I just up to new heights because of how many people we're helping get to just that $500 in profit every single month. That's huge for a lot of people for all over the world. Just think for yourself, what would an extra $500 do for you in a month? And that's the concept that has really taken hold and been able to help us grow as a team. And then just the cool things, the free that we have. I'm addicted to the Wake Up Now free site. I go in there and get all the free little stuff all the time. And also the vacation club. I really love the vacation club. And just all the things that we have to offer makes it something that's very attractive to me and for people that I've brought in so far and build it a big team.
Very interesting, and I'm glad you kind of segued into product there, Leroy, because I wanted you to take a couple minutes. I know one of my favorite products is the TaxBot, and I'm sure it is for you as well. Let me ask a question like this. What would maybe be one of your favorite products, besides the free that you already mentioned, but one of your favorite products, and also maybe another product that maybe is undervalued that actually has massive value that maybe people don't really realize is just a great value for everybody?
For me, like you said, TaxBot, that is one tool that I use on a daily basis. I use the heck out of my TaxBot app. That is definitely up there at the top of my list as far as products go. One of the ones that I think is quite undervalued, and because it's not a sexy product, is the financial piece. The piece to be able to bring all your finances together in one place and actually give you a snapshot of where you are financially. If you have debt, how much debt, how long it's going to take you to get out of debt, and then how to get yourself out of debt quicker. I had a guy come into my business, and he had no idea until he put all his information in that he was spending over $500 a month at McDonald's. And he was like, holy cow, I cannot believe I'm spending this much money. So just the idea of seeing where you're at, you will save money just by being able to see that, and then you have a roadmap to get out of debt. So I think that one, because a lot of people are kind of scared to see where they're at financially, but if it's a product that can be highly valuable to you and be able to use and get a control of your finances and get going headed the right direction. And then not to mention our physical products too, like the Thunder that I love quite a bit.
Yeah, I know, I love the Thunder Energy drink too. It's one of the best products that we've got that we can buy. We have our entire select lineup of products that are physical products that the company's making that are competitive with real world products on real world shelves. Unlike what you find generally in this type of direct marketing, direct to home distribution model that we have here. And I'm glad you hit the personal finance manager because I love telling people that Wake Up Now is a lot more than just a product or an ingredient or anything like that. It's a platform, and this platform was created to help people save, manage, and make money. And anything that we can do inside of that, the companies out there seeking to actively add. We recently have added different products. We have our Explore Pack now that has a Teledoc, which is a phenomenal product where you can, instead of having to go to the doctor for every little thing, you get a call and go over, have a conference online. We have our personal assistant product to go along also with, of course, Vacation Club, identity theft protection, the tax spot, the finance that you've already mentioned, our language programs, marketplace, deal stream, all these wonderful things. And if this is the first time that you're looking at this, please go to wakeupnow.com or get the website of the person who referred you to this webinar, because there's just so many different things. Once again, remember, it's a platform that we've built here, that the company's built, that we're getting to take advantage of, that helps you to save, manage, and make money. And so kind of let's shift gears just a little bit here, Leroy. This is, we talk a little bit about here in Wake Up Now that this is a step forward or an innovation when it comes to this whole network marketing or relationship marketing concept. We talk about social commerce and how things are really moving forward here. And how about, would you mind explaining a little bit about what that is to people, and also how Wake Up Now is on the forefront of taking advantage of social media and the new way, the new economy and new business in this day and age?
Sure. So basically, this day and age, if you haven't noticed, you're probably living under a rock. But everybody lives on social media. Everybody has a social platform they use, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm kind of a Facebook nut, but there's other people that are, my wife loves Pinterest, and there's a lot of ways where people love to share not only information, but things about their lives, and basically just broaden your social reach and be able to basically just show off who you are and what you like. That's what social media has done, and people love to do that and love the attention. One of the reasons Wake Up Now has done is helped harness that, especially with the deal stream, to where you can share deals on all of these different media sites, and if people go ahead and buy that product through that link that's shared on your social media site, you're going to get credit for it, and you can actually make money from that, and people will probably even end up signing up and becoming your customers, becoming distributors down the road, and uh, continue to grow your business just doing what you do every day, which is share things socially, share them on your Facebook, on your Twitter, and just just be what you're already doing. We don't want we Paul always talks about what do you call it, using the human nature, not against you, but using it for you, and that is what Wake Up Now has done, as used human nature for the company rather than against it, and been able to create platforms and create systems that help you share what you're doing with Wake Up Now in a broad scope on all of your social media, and be able to just show people what you're doing and do what you're already doing every day, and make it a fun thing, and just have fun with it.
Yeah, and I get one of my favorite things, having been here now for over a year, is the fact that people can get involved as a free customer simply for the cost of an email address. They can start taking advantage of a lot of the different savings that we have. They get promotional emails from the company and are saving money on things that they would buy every day. A lot of times our prices are lower than many of our competitors and some of the biggest competitors that are out there in this online marketplace, and they're getting better and better all the time. And so people can join the community and start reaping benefits without having to fully invest right away, and simply receive first before they decide to fully get involved. But for those that do decide to get involved and do want to start promoting, taking advantage of this social opportunity that obviously you and I have decided is the way to go, and has really changed our lives financially. Um, Tell people first and foremost what the financial aspect has been about for you, Leroy. I want to jump into some other stuff, but how has this business changed you financially over the last year plus that we've been involved?
It has changed uh, my life financially considerably. I've never been able to just do network marketing kind of full time. I was able to do that from September all the way through into spring. I did get into doing more of my construction stuff just because it's that part of the industry's coming back. But to be able to fall back on that and have something that you can actually have a consistent income from on a month to month basis, uh, just from building something and building up your customer referral base, has changed my life. I've done that before, but I've never been able to do it in such a quick time frame that we've been able to here at Wake Up Now. I've risen to income levels faster than I've ever been before, and it's been quite a blessing to me. One of the things we've been able to do too is go on some vacations because of their not only their vacation club, but the money you get once you hit Founder 4 and above, to be able to get paid. They basically pay you to go on a vacation. You have to use the vacation dollars you earn each month. So we've been able to go on several vacations. We went to Cancun, went to Lake Tahoe in the winter, went out to Wisconsin, and just fun things like that. So you hit Founder 4, heaven forbid you're going to have to take a vacation every 90 days. That's what I kind of love about it, and that's what's really been exciting for me.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of that one too. Having to take a vacation every 90 days is a good regimen to have, I suppose. So for someone who's now just deciding, say, okay, I am going to get involved and want to do this, what kind of tips and advice would you have for someone who maybe has never done this before, who's just starting out and is excited and wants to be successful, wants to avoid some of maybe the typical landmines and pitfalls? What's some advice that you would give them, Leroy?
There's a couple of different things I would give people, and I give people all of the time when they get involved in this type of thing. And first and foremost, people have to be themselves, no matter what. If you're introducing this, if you literally, if you find a cool deal or a movie you like, you're going to share it with people. And so you've got to treat this like it's no different and share the value, what the value is to you first. Uh, is share just the value to people on what you see and where your excitement level is, and be detached from the outcome from it. One thing that when some magical thing happens when we get involved in network marketing and we start sharing these type of things, we kind of get all weird and, kind of out of place, and then we become attached to the outcome of sharing this opportunity or this the value of the products with somebody. One thing you've got to really do is not be attached to, if you're not attached to the outcome, you will have far more success. And what I mean by not being attached to the outcome is literally not caring if the person signs up or not. You are just sharing something that you feel has value, and if they see that it has value for them, then they will come and take a hold of it and either join and become a rep themselves too. But if they don't feel like they have value, you can't make them feel like you're going to have value. And even if they do sign up for it with you, they're probably going to be around for a month or two, and that's it. That's one thing about this business, is you're building relationships, and you make a lot more money long term if you have people that continue with you and work with you than just that quick sign up, because that doesn't get you very far in pretty much any of these companies. So show value and excitement of what it is that you have, and know that it's okay if people don't see the same value, but some people are. So you just have to share it with enough people, and you'll start seeing results as quicker than you think you will.
Great, appreciate that, Leroy. And at the very beginning, you mentioned in your story the book Rich Dad Poor Dad. That also changed my life back when I was 21 years old and I was getting involved and starting to do this for the first time. Maybe just to kind of wrap up here, why is it so important to read books like Rich Dad Poor Dad? And what are maybe a couple other books that you would recommend that people that are starting into this entrepreneurship journey, this social commerce journey, read, and why are they why are these type of life-changing books so important?
They're important to me because it's, first off, because it's not taught in schools. We're not taught Wealth 101, Wealth 102 in schools. And so that's something you have to learn on your own. And if you're not out there looking for things to do that, you're probably going to be stuck in the same spot that you were in. So I'm always trying to build myself up and learn ways to be able to help myself, not only financially, but just be able to learn different aspects of life, and ways to do business and make the world go round better. I really like that part. One of the other things that people have to understand about network marketing is it is a profession just like any other business. If you're going to build this as an income generating asset, you have to treat it as such, and you have to treat it as a business. And just like any other trade, if you were to go be a doctor, you've got to learn for 12, or not 12, but at least 7 years on how to be a doctor. So what makes you think that you can go out and build network marketing without any training? So I always encourage people to find out and start learning the training of network marketing, learning from people that have been successful, because you can earn it as you go with this and still learn the business. So you want to get find books that will improve your skill set, because there's a specific skill set that comes with building a network marketing company, just like there's a skill set for, framing houses in my construction business, or pouring concrete, or being a doctor. There's the same set of skills. And one of the first books that I introduce people to in that, so that you can kind of get a understanding of what that skill set is and what it takes, is a book called Go Pro by Eric Worre. He is one of the premier trainers of our day, and someone that has made a lot of money in this industry and has had some huge successes and some failures in this profession. So he knows how to, you know, show you what he's done to be successful. And I really like his stuff because I saw him work. I met Eric Worre in 2005, and when he was building a company, and saw what he did to build that company. And then when I see his training, I have belief in it because I saw him do it before. So that's one of the very first books I go into. Another good one is um, the the Beach Money by Jordan Adler. That's a really good book, and just that's what's cool about our industry is as you build yourself up with personal development and make yourself a better person, you become better at this industry as well.
I agree with you, and personal development is absolutely key. If you're just getting started in this journey, if you're going to get involved with us in this community, we welcome you with open arms. We encourage you to get a hold of some of these books that we've talked about and start to learn and to grow as a person, because as you grow as a person, your income will grow as well. I appreciate you being on here tonight, Leroy. Hopefully we've been able to share with you a few ideas, maybe some new things about why Wake Up Now. We find it very interesting, why we think you should take a serious look at joining this community with us, and we hope you do get involved, and we'll be here next week, same time, same place, with another interview with another individual that has already made the leap with us, and that's part of the community. We invite you to come view that as well. And once again, Tuesdays we do it in Portuguese at 6:30 or 5, I would say 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern time. We do this one 5 p.m. on Tuesdays or Wednesdays in English. We do it at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Thursdays, we do it in Spanish. We do that at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. I think I got all those times right. If I got them wrong, I'll let you know. But appreciate everybody being here. Thanks again, Leroy, and talk to you guys soon. Have a great night.
All right. Thanks.